Hello, how's everybody? I was thinking about this a lot lately, and it's loved ones. We have lost so many loved ones this year, friends, family. Just we've lost a lot of people. So I was just gonna read this uh, care notes that I got from a hospice place that took care of my mom while she was sick. So I'll just wait and let everybody get me in. Hey, Cinder Moody. If people come anyway, but yep. 12 reflections for the first 12 weeks of grief. Hello, Larry. Prep for it. Hello, hello. Thank you. Yes. That's rough. And I'm sorry, it doesn't get any easier. It's still losing your mom and your mom and your dad and just whoever. It's just, it's hard. But it'll all be okay. We're all blessed, you know. Hey, Christopher. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Anyway, it's 12 reflections for the first 12 weeks of grief. Hi, Han Solo. It's by Charlie Walton. Walton? Yeah, maybe it says Walton. Hey, Mama Bear. It says, my world came crashing down with the sudden death of two of my three sons. 15 years later, I could still remember how I felt in those first weeks and months, and how unbelievable I found it that anyone could continue living with half a heart torn away, which is true. My question is that time was whether I would survive at all, much less 15 years. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like you ever get over it, really. I don't know. My dad died 2000. Well, it's been 7 years, and it's still rough. So I'm gonna continue reading. But many minute hands do keep moving, even though you want to rip them off the face of the clock. And months keep pushing, even through your life is stuck in one long, unfocused day. The good news is you're going to live and even be glad you did. The bad news is the moment of deep pain will still be with you after 15 years. Yep. Sorry to say, I feel that too. In the moments that it all floods back, your pain will equal the pain of the first moment you got the news. However, those moments will grow further and further apart. As a survivor of those first horrible weeks and months, let me share with you 12 reflections of the first 12 weeks of your grief. That's right, Sandra. I know it. Okay. The first one's shock. Grief will make you appreciate the wonderful design by which your mind and body were created. Maybe sometimes along the way, you become familiar with physical shock and its the ability to protect you during initial moments of trauma to some part of your body. Grief shock is equally real and merciful thing that your body and mind do to protect you from overwhelming events. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes, like for me, things will be going so good, and you're like, okay, good, things are calm. But then something in me goes, oh, something's gonna happen. You're gonna, because I don't know, being happy and good, and it's good, but then we have the moments where something have to, bams, and it's just brings you down a little bit. But that's okay. We're still going. You know, Be grateful for the numbness that arrives with horrific news. It's your mind's way of bringing a much needed gone fishing sign on the door of your life. It is what happens naturally when your mind overloads and your emotional circuits blow. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Whew. And then, like for me too, here lately, it's just because it's fresh. A month ago, my mom passed. I, f- I, f- I found myself wanting to call her or text her, and I'm like, I'll realize, oh my gosh, I'm gonna text my mom. I hadn't talked to her, and then you go to do it, and you can't. You can't. It's like, I was hoping it was just a dream, but it's so good. Yeah, it's like the denials, number two. Even after all these years, I have moments of denial. I begin to think, surely that freak accident did not occur. The chances of that happening are just too remote. Surely that didn't happen. Was just about someone else I used to know. Your mind's effort to deny what has happened to you are normal, natural, and beneficial. Only if you, the future, will you need to seek professional help to cope with it. Hello, chicken noodle. You know, I know it was hard when my dad passed, uh, and I'll still cry for him too. But with mom passing, man, I tell you what, I don't know, that hit me. She was my best friend. I called her. I told her everything. That's what I did with my mom. We talked about everything. And well, when I was younger, we did. When I was a teenager, I couldn't really talk to mom, but later on in life, she became we became best friends. So, but yeah. Number three is anger. When you have been hurt, the most natural thing in the world is you want. The handiest people to hurt are those who are nearby because they love you. You may hear venomous words that you would never normally say. As the human urge to lash out that is causing it. Yeah, not being able sucks not being able to call your mom or your dad, and it's just sucky feeling. Hey, shift kicker, welcome. Yeah, I'm just reading the picture. Right? Remember also that it is equally easy to turn your natural anger inward. Guilt is inevitable in the wake of a life trauma. It is simply your reaction to the pain. Cut yourself some slack, wait a while, you will be better able to deal with all the self incrimination after your mind returns from the necessary pause it needs. Yeah, chicken noodle girl, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mama Bear, it's yeah, it's rough to it's rough. It's like I'm blessed, but it's like so many emotions along with like okay, you lose your parents, okay, that's but then you got your pets, your fur babies, your family too. Their family, your pets, your family. And the first one was right before Thanksgiving. I had to put my one dog down, and and then you had uh, uh well, Adam and Alicia, our friends on here that Alicia I was close to. You lose her, and then you lose. And then my mom got sick, and then oh my gosh, and then my other dog right after my mom died. My mama's dog passed away right before she did, so it was like, whew. Hey, heroic prepper, guns a blazing. And the dogs and cats, you lose. It's like they love you no matter what. You could be in a bad mood, and they still gonna kiss you and want you to pet them. So I've been grieving for my dogs and people I love. So it's like it's really I can cry at the drop of a just cry. I could cry now, but I'm trying not to. Hey, Adventure with Deez. Good morning. All right, so I'm gonna read support. People des- people desperately want to do things to help during this time. Let them. Even though your natural tendency is to be self-sufficient, let them help. Even though you hate to impose on others, let them do things. Accept their support now and in future. Keep reminding yourself that if the situation were reversed, aiding for any opportunity to provide support to help ease the pain. So you would do the same thing, you know. You'd let them help, and although it is, you do kind of go into this where people go, is there anything I can do for you? And for me, I'm like, no, it's okay. But actually, I don't know, man. It's like, come give me a big hug. With time and with God's understanding and help, you will survive this. You will forge a new relationship with the one who has gone on ahead of you. Good to see you, Deez. Yep, Sandra, that's right. Yep. Number 5, I'm going to keep reading. Loneliness. Even though lots of people are going to gather around and try to console you, this is one test of life that you are going to pass all by yourself. Nobody else is going to grieve exactly as you do. Recognizing the natural loneliness of grief can help you understand why others feel the same way. I didn't do that actually. Oh, how did I do that? Can't believe it. That's funny to me. Oh my god. You know it's giggles. It has to be that way. Ah, oh my god. Stupid thing. Thing went like knocked me out. What the heck? Sorry, y'all. Oh my god. Crazy, man. I can't believe I did that. Only me. Oh, knocking myself off the stream. Anyway, I needed to laugh because I was getting kind of sad there for a minute. But anyway. Number 6, loss of desire. For a while, almost nothing is going to seem to matter. Things you valued before are just not going to seem important for a while. Your appetite may disappear, your food, for sleep, for sex, even your favorite hobby. Hobby or hobby. Grief gives you a one track mind, and it's hard to see how anybody else can be free of the same painful turned vision you are suffering. You may have a hard time being patient with the world around you, which appears to go on without noticing that such a life changing event has crashed into your life. That's what I'm saying. Life can be going so good, and you're like, I promise you, not even, I don't remember, maybe a year ago, I was like, well, not even a year, maybe. I was like, oh man, everything's good right now, everything's calm. And then bam, it's like you have my daughters, and they're, men folks are breaking up and just chaos. And then sickness comes in, and a lot of that has something to do with the devil, but I'm not going to let him bring me down. I'm still going to laugh. I'm still going to giggle. Hmm. No, no. Only giggles, y'all. Come to my show. Y'all gonna be broke. Gonna be laughing. You may cry, but you're gonna laugh too. Oh, Harvest Mary Moon. Hello. Good to see you. Oh man. It does help to laugh. What kind of cookies? You making cookies, Lee? I want some cookies. All right. Number 7, depression. The blues seem to be in epidemic stage in our culture today. Depression is all around us because people are constantly stressed and culturally restricted from talking honestly about what's bothering them. Depression can have many sources: anger that is felt but never expressed, loneliness that settles in for the long term, grief that won't let go. You need to talk about what you're feeling. Ignore the urging of people around you to be strong. That's just their way of saying that it makes them uneasy when you cry. Express your feelings of sadness. Talk them out. Also talk to a doctor to make sure there are no physical or chemical factors contributing to your depression. Cookies, what kind? Chocolate chip. Man, you know what? Oh, this is going off topic, I know. But anyway, I'm trying to do something different here. I'm trying to just do something different. Me and Mama Bear were supposed to do some inspirational things, so I'm just testing this out. My reading is but anyway, I'm trying. But no, this is changing the subject of cooking. I want to make a cake, but I want to make like a praline. Time it just right. It's like, gotta time that crap right. It won't get too hard, and you want it to kind of gather on your cake and be good. Oh, thank you, Mama Bear. I seen them chocolate chip cookies, Chicken Noodle Girl, on Facebook. They look good. Were they homemade? Nothing like them homemade. But them ones you get at the store are just as good. Them Pillsbury or Nestle or whatever. Yeah. Ugh. Homemade, she says. Pepper Stedding had cookies his daddy made him, and He baked them before he left, I guess. In a big old box of them. I forgot what that was. White chocolate, something. Okay, let me finish. All right. Number 8, confusion. One of the most amazing memories for me of the time right after my boys died is how convinced I was that I was in complete control and behaving normally, while in reality I was wandering around. And for you during this time when your mind is temporarily shut down. People will guide you gently through the funeral events, but be careful when you try to resume your normal activities. Your mind is not likely to return to work as soon as you are able. Don't be surprised if you find yourself lost in your own neighborhood or unable to remember a phone number. Yep, you used for years. You're not going crazy, you're just confused. And for a good reason. Hmm. Need to call steady. Now? Okay. Number 9, self care. This is one time in your life when you need to give yourself I don't know what that word is. Subjugating, subjugating your own needs and feelings. But in time, pattern if necessary. Do whatever it takes to survive. You will eventually be able to return to the caring for others that you value so much. For now, your primary job is to take care of yourself. Oh, nothing. His daddy baked him a bunch of cookies for the road. Okay. Number 10, compulsive and addictive behaviors. One of the symptoms of your absent mind is the tendency to get stuck on certain things that suddenly seem more important than they normally would. You may demand that things be done a certain way when any other time you wouldn't care how they were done. You know, that's kind of like the kids are staying at my mom's house, and I'm like, don't touch any of her things. I told them, don't throw away nothing without me and my sister knowing about it, because we haven't done that. We haven't went over there to do any of that, but I don't want them touching anything. Because I don't want them throwing away something that we might want, or, that was important. It may not be to them, but to us. Anyway, this kind of compulsive thinking is natural result of your confusion and hyper focus on the and your priorities get reorganized. In the meantime, your challenge is to balance the twin needs of recognizing the mental confusion that goes with your situation and humoring yourself during this unique and transient time. Hey, Chris Pyatt. Also, be careful not to over medicate your pain with substances that can harm. that can do harm. The desire to be numb. Hey, Garner Josh. Harm ourselves is natural when we are in a lot of pain, but the pain will remain after the substance has worn off. Go to Josh. Okay, number 11. Oh, okay. I so want to go get a leg massage or a back massage. Anyway, number 11 says God. For people of faith, one of the hardest things to cope with in the midst of tragedy is the relationship with God. For some, faith and confidence of life after death helps diminish the natural pain of separation. For others, there is a confusing anger toward God. Where was God when this awful thing happened? Did God cause it? Did God allow it? How can there be a God when this kind of thing happens? Anger toward God is especially trying because of our natural reluctance to express it. What will people think if we say the terrible things we are feeling toward God? We are torn between long-time faith and our need to be honest. To situation is that God is big enough to love you and accept your anger. Be honest with God, and God can handle it. I will fall asleep in the chair like a. I'll probably go. He'd be massaging. I'm like, you have a 90-minute massage. One time I went and got a massage, and I tell you what, I felt like somebody beat me with a baseball bat the next day. Okay, shift kicker. Yeah, I got a body massage that time and felt like somebody done beat me up with a bat. That was crazy. And number 12, hope. You have never survived a life trauma exactly like the one you face now. And there's a temptation to think there's no way you will ever get through this. But you can. You will survive and eventually be able to say, as my survivor's son wrote in this Two Brothers, I am confident of our reunion. So that's the one thing. So that was it. One day, you'll get to see him again. Is what I give families. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, I got it yesterday in the mail, and I hadn't read it. So, and I was been trying to do. Me and Mama Bear's been trying to talk about. Well, she's been busy, and of course, I've been busy. But we want to do something like an inspirational thing for people. Just to, and just something different to help people, if they're going through something, or just to be there and talk about whatever they want to talk about. But yeah, acceptance of the death. It is weird. I don't know. It's like, and everybody's different. It depends on how their loved ones passed, because it's like, did you have time to speak and say, when you have time to say goodbye, it's a little different than the ones who don't get to say goodbye, because there's no closure for them. What would you have said to your loved one, if you just had one more chance to say, I love you? And, it's kind of hard. People go through different ones, different situations. That's why everybody should be kind and be humble and be nice. And that's all we got to do. I mean, being down each other's throat all the time, you know, it's crazy. Oh, well, if I start pushing buttons, get to my Facebook, I might make it back to the stream. Oh, but yeah, I mean, it's good to have something to read like that. 'Cause, just reading it just kind of helped you a little bit. And, you know, I don't. Let me see. Joey, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Jill. Oh, it's terrible. Mm, I know. Oh, that's sweet, chicken noodle. Yeah, Sandra Moody. That's yeah. You know, helping others and time. Like I said, you should. Sometimes when when people go, is there anything I can do? There's a couple of them that said they ask, but to me, you should do it anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like they used to do. Nobody, which we didn't have a service, but it doesn't matter. Someone should have just did it anyway. You know what I mean? I'm coming over. I'm just going to, friends that live a ways can't do that. But you know what? Just the closest family member, didn't even come, uh, which the day of they did, but after that, but it's okay. Yeah, shift kicker, that's a good idea. Do that. Yeah, I'll do and do a little bit more. That was just a short notice thing. I said, well, let me just do it. I was thinking about it last night. I said, maybe I should read that. Just say, that little packet thing I got. Yeah, I got a Oh wow, Chris, yeah. I mean, my thing is I guess I'm not mad at God, but because I just realized that life is like that. I guess it's, you live and then you die. You live your life and then it's time to go eventually for some, and some is earlier, some is later, some is, mom was 66 and my dad was 61. And then my cousin, her mom passed away Christmas Day, and then she was 56 when she passed away. But this has been a while. This has been about 20 years since she's been gone. But that's what I'm saying. And then some people die when they're older. You get to the 80s and the 90s and hundreds even. But that's why I feel for people when they say they've lost a one, because I lost a best friend too back in 97, 96, 97. He fell asleep at the wheel and had a wreck on the interstate and was put in a coma. Well, he was in a coma, and they had to take him off life support. And that's the hardest thing I ever dealt with. I thought it was losing a best friend, but then your parents go, and then that's really hard too. So it's hard altogether, I guess. I know, Sandra. Yeah, Chris. They should have let y'all in. That's ridiculous to me. I don't care. They need to let you in to see your people. Well, I want to thank you all because know, every single one that comes in here, or on Lee's channel, or Trust channel, or Crazy Irish channel, usually are the same ones that have been here and know what I've been going through. And thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, because each and every one of you got me through it with your kind words. Even though you're not here with me, you're with me in spirit and wherever you are. So that's, and Lee uh and Crazy and Moonlight and Lake Fairy. A lot of, have been here, Sandra Moody, Chicken Noodle Girl, every one of y'all. I love y'all with all my heart, and I'm here for any of y'all too. If y'all ever need anything, you know. Man, the nurse told you that? Man. Chris, when was this? Love you too, Lee and Sandra. Love you. God Solo. Oh, oh, number two shift. Chicken Noodle Girl. I don't know. You know, we didn't have a service for my mom. That's just the decision we made. My sister and me and my mom. When my dad passed, we didn't have a service for him either. I think it just, to me, uh, I was glad because I don't know, I just didn't want to do it. For one, and paying all that money is crazy to me. Can you imagine the people who have funeral homes and burial places? They make money. They make millions. Ain't no telling how much they make. Towards the end of April last year. Yeah. Mm, that's terrible, Chris. I feel you on that now. I just, whew. Especially if she tells you she was crying out for y'all. That really would. Yeah, I mean, it is. Because it is hard when you have a service and people, you love people, but I mean, I love people. I'm a good person, and I just would rather not have had a service just because it's just sad, and you know, cry at home with your sister or whoever you're closer to that's home with you at the time. Yeah. Yeah. Mama Bear. She leave. I just wonder. We all go through our little things in life. It's just sometimes you wonder why. Why? Oh man. Yeah. I've only been over 48 minutes. Guns a blazing. Oh, what your guns? Oh no. um. No. Anyway, I put a little roast in a crock pot this morning. It was frozen. I wonder if it'd take. What do y'all think? Take about 8 hours or 10 hours to cook. I put it in at about 8 or 7:30. We're gonna nah, meet you in the middle. Check on Porky. We watched that the other night. We watched Porky's too. Oh my god, it was funny. And then we watched what was that other one? Breakfast Club. We watched that the other day. Thank you, Heroic Guns Ablazing. I appreciate you stopping in. Thank you, thank you. Crazy's taking a nap. I almost took a nap on her live. Uh, okay, Aurora. Guns a blazing. Have a good afternoon at work. Anyways, I guess I'll get off the thing, but I don't know. Oh, chicken little girl, I know, right? I know it sucks because you'll go like the other day I went to sleep and then when you first wake up you're just kind of like I don't know, and then you realize it's real. It wasn't a dream. It's like yeah, have you ever done that? Like you kind of it's like I woke up and I was like, oh, it was just a dream, and then you realize it wasn't just a dream. That it's real. That they're gone and you can't call them anymore. My sister, uh, she took her phone with her. She's got her phone with her. Um, and she wasn't thinking. And the day that she passed, or the next day, she sent a text, and I was like, what? And I said, why'd you text from Mama's phone for? She said, I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize it. But I was like, girl, don't do that. Hey, Firefly, you on lunch? What you eating something? Hey, Don Light, is he still on? Yeah, no, Don Light. Whew. I did a thing on Facebook, and my mom loved Dolly and Kenny, uh, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, and she loved that song "Islands in the Stream." All right, so somebody showed me how to do your picture and then put a music to your picture. So I said, okay, I went in there and I did it, and I typed in that islands in the stream, and oh, okay, yeah, okay, Don. I know that's what it does freak you out. It's like I said, she texted me from her phone, and I was like, "What?" And then and you realize, just dang it. But back to the story, we found a note from my dad, a love note. We were going through their stuff, and we found a love note. My dad said, "I'm the only one who can take you to see Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton in the love note. You're my baby," or whatever it was. It was sweet, and oh, mom and dad had their ups and downs. Don't get me wrong, because they almost divorced, but they separated, and we moved in two different. My dad lived in an apartment. We live in an apartment, and growing up, and then I was in seventh grade, and I remember this because I was depressed. And it affects kids. Uh, they may not say it, but for some it does because uh, it does affect them anyway. But they separated, and I would always be like, please let my mom and dad get back together, please, and I'd have to go to my dad's on the weekend, and then and my mom's during the week for school and all that. But anyway, um, but they found their way back to each other. They never divorced. They got back together, and I was the happiest. I was so happy. But anyway, but everybody goes through things. Fight it through and love each other. It's all you can do. And you know, my mom missed my dad, so she was grieving for him. She's been grieving since he's been gone. So now she can be with him. And I told you the Redbird story. And everywhere on my Facebook page, I see a female redbird and a redbird. Every other, like, everything, every other thing I look at, it's really weird. But I really think it's my mom maybe telling me how we're together. Don't worry. Because I told her before she passed, right when we found out she had lung cancer, I said, okay, Mom, when you go, make sure you come back and let me know you're here. I told her to flick the lights off and on real good so I would know for sure, but I haven't noticed that happening yet, but uh, maybe one day the lights did do something weird in there when I was sitting in there, and I thought, is that you? I still need to know. Now, and when my grandmother passed, I did the same thing. Well, yeah, we kind of did. Yeah, Cardinals, them Redbirds, man. That's Guinness World Book of Records for the longest poker game. Oh wow, that's neat. Uh, oh, 5 different girls. Oh, that's neat, Don Lay. My pen pals. That's cute. That's a cute story. Yeah. That's a cute story. I know my little Charlie Rose, my aunt sent me a picture of my dad when he was young, like he was probably, oh, I want to say maybe 4. I don't know, but Charlie Rose and my dad, when my dad was young, like she is, they look just alike. They have a little nose. Their nose is just alike. It's and their eyes favor. It's so cute. Who found those love letters? I know. I like reading them love letters from mom and dad. It's funny. And then my sister and my girls, they got tattoos. I don't have any tattoos, and I just don't know. My sister's got my dad's signature says "I love you" on her arm, right up underneath your um, right here. It says "I love you," and my dad's signature. And she's gonna get my mom's either above it or below it or on the other arm. They want me to do it, but I don't know about that. I don't know. She said maybe for your birthday. My sister. I said, oh no. See, my sister's got about 8, 9 tattoos. I don't have none. I just don't know. I have to think about that. So I don't know about that one. Yeah, reading love notes. Uh, and old pictures. I found a picture. Oh my gosh, my aunt sent me a picture of my mom in the background when she was small and probably in her 30s. I don't even know. It might have been 20s. No, it was when she was in her early 30s. But my hair looked like a boy, and I had red hair, and I looked like Danny from uh, the Partridge Family. Oh gosh. Looking at old pictures is fun too. Take a picture and make wooden signs. Less painful. Oh yeah, I know, right, Sandra Moody? Because I'm, excuse me. Even though, right, Han Solo, but that's what I'm saying. It's only their signature, so it's not like it's a full fledged, tattoo with coloring in it. It's just gonna be just simple a line. So I don't know. I just got to think about it. I'm not really scared of the pain. It's something that's going to be on your body for the rest of your life. But I mean, I don't know. It's just right, Sandra. No, I'm just gonna do it. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it for me. And right now, I don't know if I want to do that. So I don't know. Probably won't. So unless I get a whim to want to do it one day, But my cousin, she's an artist, and she can do anything. She can paint anything, draw anything. She can wood, burn anything. She could do anything art wise, and she even does tattoos. But to the end, till I'll always love you till the end and forever, or whatever it was, and I could get her to do something like that for me and put it in a frame, and I'll be good with it, right? Because you can't take it off once you get a tattoo. But yeah, girl, don't like see. That's what I'm saying. You get something on your body and it's there. It can't come off. It don't wash off. That's one thing I'm like, oh, because I'd be upset if I got something and I didn't like it, and then I'd be mad. So I think I can deal with the pain of one, but heck, we can go through labor pain. You can go through a tattoo pain. I might get the handwriting tattoo only because it's handwriting and it's easier. And it, My dad had nice handwriting, and my mom, hers was nice, but my dad's was nicer. Yeah. No. My dog is over there asleep. My one dog I have left, the oldest one of them all. Yeah, hemp tattoo. Yeah, I may do that next time we go on a trip somewhere where they do it. I could probably find one here somewhere, but I was, yeah, we're gonna eventually go to the beach and uh, put my mom and dad's ashes with their dog in something, and then we're gonna put them in the beach in the ocean somewhere. Because my dad, man, he loved the beach. My mom necessarily wouldn't swim, but she loved watching everybody. Uh, we'd stay on the beach, and then she'd be up on the patio watching everybody down there on the beach playing and whatever. Um, but my dad loved swimming. It so many memories of going into Florida, Destin, Florida to be exact. That's my favorite place in the world. But yeah, we may do that maybe this year if everything's okay out in the world. You know, you never know. You don't have one either, Chicken Noodle Girl? Well, my sister and my daughters got the signature, my dad's signature on their arm, and then my son hadn't done it yet, but he's wanting to go do it too. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any at all. But all right, Han Solo, thank you for coming and being there for me. You have a good one, okay? Love yous. Um, yeah, I don't know. Susie D, finally, you come to my live. Well, this is the only second one I've had, like, in a long time. Oh. Karen! Hey, Karen V! Oh, love you too. Well, the thing, Sandra, the thing on the ocean is okay. I like to get in it if it's calm, and I have to be able to see to the bottom. If I can't see what's beneath me, I'm not getting in. And I cannot go in there barefoot. I have to have beach shoes on because I get very weird about it and I freak out. And yeah, you know, Firefly, you know, we know you love it. Used to live in Destin. I love it. North Carolina. No, and what kind of sort of thought about that chicken noodle girl, but oh well, it is what it is. You really can't tell because that's all it looks like. It looks like sand with some shells in it. Leaving. Look, got my coffee in my cup. Yup, all of heaven is cheering us on. And then this is a amen and woohoo. Yep. Well, I'll get in the ocean. I don't like really swimming in lakes because I, like I said, if I can't see what's underneath me, I'm not getting in. So, and I have to have beach shoes on. Got my cup of amen and woohoo. Thank you for leaving, Nessie. Yeah, I'd love to be under an umbrella and just read a book and listen to the waves. Yeah. I have a picture of my dad. We were at the beach and he's got his arms out. Um, like it just was a good picture. I'll have to show it to y'all one day. But it's just a good picture. It reminds me of just, just every time I look at it, it's like I can see my dad doing that now, you know, up in heaven doing that with my mom. They're sitting there with each other listening. Yeah, I love sitting by the ocean. That's one thing I love to do. Now, went with my cousins and he had a boat and it was on the river. And what do you call that? Tubing. Oh, hell no. I will not get back on the float and do that again because it knocked me off and I was freaking out. All these boats were flying around you. You don't know if they're going to hit you or not. So, yeah, I'm not getting on no tube and float no more. And I went canoeing one time and almost killed myself doing that too. My yeah, my dad he liked to swim in it. Uh, like I said, my mom didn't. She more or less just just watched. But He loved it. My dad. He'd take us every year. I'm not going. I ain't getting naked. I'm not going no nude beach. Nope. I'd scare everybody. Oh my God! Can't see. So white. It hurts your eyes. I ain't gonna get naked on no beach. Firefly. No. Mm-mm. That's funny. Hmm. No, that's right, Karen. I'm not getting naked on no beach. Oh my God. That's funny. Hmm. 2. I know, right? You can't unsee what you see, and Susie D. Oh, you can't unsee what you done seen. That's why you have glasses on, I guess. I can't tell you looking. Good morning, Gamma Merkel. Surfer thing. Surfer board. Oh, believing. I know I'm too shy. You went surfing, Susie D? You like it? Was it fun? Yeah, you said it was fun. Oh, well, like I said, you have them glasses on, so they can't really tell you're looking at anybody. Hmm. I think it would be neat to have a houseboat or like a boat you could be comfortable on and go out and that'd be kind of fun. I'm not gonna do no skiing, but I'd just being on there sitting on the patio or something would be good. Yep. And damn jellyfish. Ooh. It's weird how one year one year there'll be real, a lot of them, and then one year there's not, and then another one there is, and it just chicken little girl. Self care, yeah. Okay, and B, I would love to live on a houseboat. I mean, not live there all the time. I wouldn't want to be on it all the time, but to go there and be able to get in it and go and you know that'd be fun. But well, I don't know if I believe it. We used to have this self-made beach, and the water came from like a cold well, and it was like freezing water. And every time you get in that water, it was hard to get in and get used to it because it stayed cold. It never warmed up. It was always cold. It was fun to be able to go and do all that. Of course, they closed it down. Yeah, chicken and girls, self care. I know we don't think about that. I just grieving for me too was hard because when my girls they were working and when my mom passed and I was keeping grandkids and it was kind of the grieving part. It's hard to do when you're busy, and so it's hard to do when everybody's hard to get it out. My poor husband too. I'll be sitting in the kitchen table and I'll just start thinking about something. I'll start crying. He's probably like, "Oh, here she goes again." But I don't care. No, he's supportive. He'll hug me and say it's all right. Purple jellyfish. Yeah, my daughter got stung by a jellyfish, and the guy wasn't a big one, and it was just one of them small ones. But the guy at the desk out there where we stayed, he said, "Have someone pee on it." Golly. Uh, she had her hand in a chicken butt just now. Are you fixing a rotisserie? You fixing to cook it? Okay, love you, girl. Love you, Karen. I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you. Um, well, go to my about section and get my email and email me if you can, Karen, and just put your number in there. No being nasty. Oh, That'd be cool, having a houseboat and get to go and do whatever. How many did you eat, girl? That's what my sister's. She ate a whole crispy treat. It was an edible. She was sick for 3 days, or she was in bed for 3 days. All right, believing. All right, love you, girl. You leaving? You got to go back to work. You had two. What did it do? What'd you do? Did you feel like you're gonna go pass out and sleepy, or what? Okay, believing. Have a good afternoon, girl. Text me later. Girl. Hmm. Oh, oh my God. He wasn't amused. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Where you at, girl?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
There you are.
Oh yeah, my camera's still turned. Never again.
What? Oh my God. So, Chris wasn't too happy about that,
He just called to tell me how much he was not happy. Well, my
Oh.
sister said, because I'm the only one that doesn't smoke or anything. So she's like, oh, I think two will be good. It says right on the package, take one. But I'm like, oh, listen to her. She works there. She knows what she's talking about. And it said it takes about 2 hours to kick in. No, it did not. It was way sooner than that. Because I had went in to take a shower so me and Chris could go to Walmart. And I took it at 2:15. 2:15 in the afternoon, right? I come out of the
Yeah.
shower. I started to feel it in the shower. And I'm like, Chris, I don't think I should go to Walmart.
Oh.
I don't think I should go to Walmart. I think you should go by yourself. And then I said, and then the French fries sprung up in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I really want French fries. So he took all our order and he left. And he came back, and I was laying down on the. I tried so hard to stay upright and not lay down, because when I lay down, everything was just.
Oh, spinning.
Yeah, to sit up. So I'm trying, and I'm like trying to keep my eyes. And the kids were really loud in the other room. They're like, "Yes, stay louder so I can stay awake." Chris comes home, and I'm laying down. I had my pillow out here, and he just giggles, and he goes back to the table. Well, then I smelt the food, because he put all the food on the table next to my nose. And I'm like, and then I'm complaining because I don't like the little pointy fries that are hard. I like the soft, squishy fries. So I really wanted more.
Oh, girl.
I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. I'm not going back down there. He goes, go check your numbers. So I checked my numbers, and it was 385.
Whew.
Because the McDonald's wasn't enough. I had to go and get 2 Little Debbie. I took the whole box of Little Debbie brownies out here next to me, and I'm just.
Girl.
I did not
385.
Like
so
yes. And that's what it was when I first got diagnosed all those years ago, and my face was blown up, and I.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's no carbs in these things, but there's carbs in all that food. I felt awful. And I was laughing. He took video of me sitting there laughing at nothing. I says, you cannot show anybody. I was laughing so hard, I peed my pants. I had to go running across the room to the bathroom to change my clothes. And I thought he'd bring me new clothes, but he didn't. He just left me in there. So I had to wrap myself in a towel. And I thought I was going into my bedroom to get clothes, but I didn't. I came out here and sat down on the couch. And I was smiling more food. And then it got cold. It got really cold, and I'm not used to not wearing anything out here. So I'm like, why is it so cold in here, Chris? And he's walking around looking to see if anything was open. He goes, because you're not wearing clothes, Lee.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I thought he'd help me go get clothes. He
didn't. You should have said, let's get you dressed. What's up? Golly, girl.
And okay, they're blue raz, they're called.
Mm-hmm.
But they're awful green. They're green, and I don't like green. I don't like green or yellow. So and the taste is like awful. It does not taste like a gummy.
It tastes like something, THC or whatever it is.
Never again.
Girl.
If I hadn't taken this nap this morning, because I felt so much better after I took this nap this morning. Never again.
I know, right? Nope. Maybe you should just try one, not 2.
That's what Chris said. He said even a half of one instead.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I didn't feel any of my knee pain or anything, so it worked for that. But I don't like that out of control feeling. I was feeling like, okay, I cannot close my eyes. The minute I close my eyes, everything gets worse. Like, no, I'm sorry. Opposite. If I open my eyes, because I kept trying to open my eyes to watch TV, and if they would stay open for literally a couple seconds, and then I'd have to close them. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't cut out for that. None of that. I'll stick to my Tylenol PMs.
Why you get mad last night, Susie D?
I got a little buzz, Susie D. I got more than a little buzz. It was scary. I peed my pants, girl. Not even gonna lie on here. You're all gonna see. You're all not gonna see nothing, but you're gonna hear the truth. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you all.
Are they still being crazy on them on people?
What happened?
I don't know.
A fourth of a bite? Oh my god. Well, he told me don't take two, but I didn't hear that. I didn't hear him say it. My sister just said, I think two will be okay. And I went by her because I totally forgot she's used to this stuff.
Right. That's what my sister, she said, that time she ate a whole Rice Krispie treat, but it was edible, and she was in bed for 3 days.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing those things again. Chris is like, he's like, I was upset because now I see what I was like, and I didn't realize that's what I was like. He goes, I got a little mad. I'm like, and then when I asked him to go back to McDonald's, he's like, nope, because your sugars are too high.
Mm-hmm.
Giggles like
I can't believe he did.
He didn't know I was going to chase it with Little Debbie snacks by the box. Just kept mowing them in. You know how many carbs are in one little tiny Little Debbie? I ate two and I was, oh no, I ate three. Three. I found the third wrapper on the floor. Yes, there was three. With a Big Mac.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, don't do that if you're diabetic, people.
You can't be doing that, girl.
I couldn't believe my numbers were that high. And then I checked them an hour later and it was still like 360. And then an hour later, it was still 300. And this morning I checked it when I first woke up at 5, it was 160. And then I just checked it a little while ago when I was on the phone with Chris and it's 130. So thank God it's going back down. I freaked out.
My gosh.
I haven't seen those high numbers since I was first diabetic over 5 years ago.
Yeah. But last night it seemed like I ate yesterday a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
My whole plan was to make cookies and play Yahtzee and do a live stream. Chris says, there was no way we were going live with you like that. There was no way. And he goes, imagine if you had went to Walmart. Because literally when he walked out the door is when it started kicking in. And I was like, I felt like calling him back and telling him to come home, but then I couldn't find the phone. And then I must have dozed off for a minute and I had the phone right in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
There would have been no way I could have found his number and got that. So I figured if I didn't let the phone go, I wouldn't fall asleep. Well, I fell asleep with the phone in my hand. It didn't matter that I was holding it or not. I won't do that. That's not for me, man. I gotta go find my pee pants and go wash them.
Goodness, girl. I can't believe you ate all that McDonald's.
I wanted more.
God.
To be honest with you, I could go for more right now.
Go.
Those fries were just so good, but I remember I don't like the little tiny fries that have the pointy edge and they're hard.
Yeah.
And I kept digging through them all, and I'm like, Chris, I have no more soft, squishy fries. I really need more.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I can remember everything. I just don't like that out of control feeling that you can't control. I could not stop laughing.
I don't like the way sometimes, like you're saying, you close your eyes, and sometimes you can't. It's hard to open them.
Yes, I couldn't open them.
It just depends. It's like weird.
I could not keep my eyes open. I was awake.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't keep the eyes open. And then I felt like I was going to throw up before I even ate. And then I just kept feeling nauseous until I ate. And then I just wanted to that shit's not for me. Excuse my language. It's just not.
Yeah. No, I mean.
As drunk as I used to get at the bar and I would drink, I never drank to where I felt like that or out of control. I had like a
Right.
slight even buzz, and I could drink like 10 to 12 toasted almonds and be fine the next morning. That stuff, nope.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
stick with the Tylenol PM, and I will figure out the pain somewhere else.
that's my sister. She's like, I'm never eating that again.
Not even trying a fourth of one. I'm just not doing it. The taste going, these things taste awful going down. Why would I want to do that? Oh, God. But I do want McDonald's fries right now, actually. Not doing it. So
I only like McDonald's fries if they're fresh, like right out of the oil.
I love when they're soft and they're squishy and they. I was so thirsty. I drank 2 Diet Cokes and about 2 or 3 of these waters, like within an hour. I said, I could feel my mouth was so dry. I said, oh my God, I'm so thirsty, Chris. He goes, yeah, you're getting cotton mouth.
Cotton mouth, yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. I went to bed and it was after 10 and I still came back out for another couple waters.
Dang. You don't get up. I have to, if I drink a lot, I get up. I go about 2 or 3 times. I wake up and I go to the bathroom.
I didn't wake up to go pee. Not that I remember. Oh, but I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I was still a little jittery this morning. Yeah, they work good at the right dose. I'm not trying it again. And I have to be in a lot of pain to do that.
Yeah.
I'll tuck them away. They're zippered. It's a zippered package, see? I'll put them away and away. I could hear Sierra in the room. Is Mom high? I don't know what Chris said after that. I don't know where I was at that point. I was out here, but I was flying all over somewhere because I don't remember his response. I was just laughing.
Like Chip Kicker says, you took too much. They work good if you put the right amount of. If you would have took half of one, even, it would have probably been okay.
Yeah, I don't need it. I'll stick to the Tylenol PMs when I have achy knees. So yeah, there was no live, there was no videos made because I was making videos for Sunday, and
I was wondering what y'all were doing yesterday.
I started out real good, guys. It was at 2:15 that my world ended. Just
oh my God.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I smoke some with my husband.
I know nothing about it all, and that's the problem. I know nothing, and I just never did it. I suppose I could get used to it, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
You gotta. I don't know. Some people don't. Some people like that feeling, and some people don't.
My face felt so swollen.
But it was all that stuff you
ate.
All that McDonald's.
I want more. Yeah, I do like my feet planted on the ground, and I can tell you, I was Fred Flintstoning it all the way to the bathroom when I could feel it coming down my leg, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm peeing, I gotta go, and I just.
Oh my.
Yep. I peed my pants, people. So I come back and I'm feeling the couch. I said, did I pee on the couch? Did I pee on the couch?
Oh my God.
I didn't pee on the couch. It started when I started hightailing.
Christopher. Well, you're not happy about that, was you?
I was not. I looked over a few times and I remember this mad look on his face, but I just bursted out giggling.
Oh my God.
I did. I kept watching him over there, and I kept seeing he did not look happy, but and that just made me laugh even harder. Oh my God.
Christopher. What did he when you made him go back to McDonald's? What did he say?
Oh, he didn't go back for a second run. It was just that first one.
Oh.
He was not going. He told me straight out, no. He goes,
I'm
your
not going back.
high. He goes, your numbers are way too high. I cannot go. Oh.
Mm.
I had dark circles under my eyes this morning. I don't know if it's still a little bit there.
Yeah.
But they were bad before I took this little nap that I took. And I woke up the same time you did when Bushcraft honked his horn. That's what woke me up.
Oh,
what?
I know, me too. I was napping on the show. I was about to go to sleep. Yep. I was probably fit to start snoring, and they woke me up.
Yep. Then that horn went off, and I was like, boing.
That's what woke me up too. I was on panel. I was sitting on my couch. I got comfortable. That's my couch does that. If I go sit in there on my couch, I will go to sleep.
Oh, I know. I brought my pillow out here this morning, and I fluffed it down where I needed it to be. I had started the fireplace, and I was out right in the middle of Crazy Irish's stream, or maybe the beginning, because
what was the video y'all said, Chris? You said something about a fire. He said, "No, if you want me awake, you better not. Y'all gonna watch a movie or something."
Yeah. I had every intentions of whipping out the Yahtzee game and playing on live, but Chris was not going to do that.
She said she couldn't stop laughing for like 2 hours.
He said he never heard me laugh like that either.
I can't believe Chris is getting mad because you. Oh man! She said, "Here, you want one?"
He was worried about me, I think. It was.
Yeah, well, for sure, the sugar levels. He was getting mad.
Yeah.
You were in no position to play Yahtzee. Condition. Lord, that's funny.
It was. I was funny. So glad when it started.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
I remember everything. That's the thing I do. I didn't forget any of it. Right down to his face, the facial expressions. He was not amused. Not amused at all.
Hey, Shadow Dancer.
Hey, Shadow.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Doing
got some of these for the pain.
You have pain?
I did.
What happened?
She don't like them.
Just normal aches and pains. That's all it was. Back, knees. I figured this would help it, and it'd make me like, nope.
Is it arthritis?
Huh?
Is it your arthritis?
Yeah, I get it in my ankles, and I get it in my back and stuff like that. I don't know if it's arthritis. I just know it was aches and pains, and I was tired of it. Well, I thought this would help. No, I'll stick to the Tylenol PM.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Not for me.
Getting old? It's the shit.
No, taking gummies or edibles, eating edibles.
I don't have those here. I have to just stick with over-the-counter stuff. Or
I'm sticking with over-the-counter.
Yeah.
Hey, guns blazing.
Chris is gonna have to just deal with my achiness and my old ladiness and my whininess and my oohs and ahs and all that. He's just gonna have to live with it.
You know, the cold. I think. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think the cold makes it worse, and it seems like by the time you make it through the transition from the warm to the cold, to the hot, to the cold, to the hot, to the cold. Then finally winter hits. And then you have a freak winter that has 70 degrees one day and minus 30 the next. And I mean, it's just bizarre. And your whole body just goes into this kind of stupid shock dilemma. It doesn't even know how to act. It doesn't know how to feel. You know? It can't acclimate to anything because nothing steady is around for long enough for it to acclimate anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Heroic, Free Hanley. She was flying without the string. Oh, thank you, Lazarick. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, that's my story.
Yeah. Last night, my legs are kind of bothering me, but it was turned back off cold again. It was a little warm yesterday afternoon and stormy, but then later in the night, my legs started bothering me. I was like, oh, I hate it when it happens.
Oh.
You know that.
No desire to do squat today. I can't even believe I made cookies. I had to though. My butter was softened on the counter. I had to use it.
What kind of cookies did you make?
Krusty's brand of chocolate chip, double chocolate chip or triple chocolate chip.
Ooh.
It looked like they had a whole lot of chocolate chips in it though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've just got my bird prep to go in the rotisserie, the set it and forget it today.
How long do you have to cook it in there?
I think it's like 15, 20 minutes a pound, and it's 6 pounds, so I have to figure this out.
You have a rotisserie?
Yeah, I have one of those Showtime. I bought it at a Facebook post, and it was brand new with all the stuff still in the package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You always seem to get away. You come on to those deals and you like scoop up on big things. You did that with the Instapot thing too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't like buying things brand new all the time, you know.
Yeah.
The set it and forget, I paid $20 for it. It had all the accessories still in the package. Because I had one in North Carolina when I was with my ex-husband, but he took it in the divorce. He wanted it. It was his to begin with, so I can't blame him.
The way my seal meal was.
That'd be neat to have a rotisserie thing.
It's awesome because on the top, you'll see it. I'm doing a video, but on the top, on the top of it, there's a space to put a tray that comes with it with a little lid. So you can put your veggies and your mashed potatoes or anything you want in that little tray, and it's cooking while the rotisserie is spinning because the little dome tray top cover keeps all the moisture in and just keeps it cooking. So I can literally make my mashed potatoes, my corn in those two little pockets. And then I did a video. I'm starting a video.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And it has the rotisserie spit on it. And then it has shish kebab spit, those little shish kebab metal. They're metal. They're not wood. But there's a space on that machine that you slide the little skewers on. So you can do shish kebabs. And then they have a fry basket. And then they have a square basket. You could put pieces of chicken in it and rotisserie pieces of chicken. So it's pretty cool for $20. It came with like the flavor injector push thing there. It's like a little syringe for you put your flavors in there.
Yeah.
And it came with the mitts, and it came with string to wrap up the chicken, which I don't know how to wrap a chicken with the string. I have tried to YouTube those. I've watched directions, and I cannot tie up a chicken for the life of me.
You just tie the legs, right?
You're supposed to, yeah, but mine never come out the way it's supposed to. Mine have a wing flopping around or a leg flopping around. Now they get out underneath the string and they flop around.
Flop around.
I can't ever get it right. Oh.
Oh, well, as long as it tastes good, who cares?
Yeah, and I'm using the cactus dust for the chicken that I bought, the chicken and fish one that I bought and I never tried yet.
Mm-hmm.
That should take about 1.5 hours. Yep.
Yeah, I put like a pork roast in my crock pot.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll probably fix some rice with it, and maybe.
I took out all 5 of my boxes of potatoes downstairs yesterday. They have all the little sprouts on them. So I dug through to find the ones that are still hard enough that I could use. So I'm going to cut those up and have roasted potato chunks in the oven while the corn is cooking on top of the rotisserie.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. My nose is twitching. Ugh.
Are you gonna plant your potatoes early?
I think what I'm going to do, I can't now. The ground is frozen. Chris told me I can't do it. So I'm going to leave them in the boxes up on the porch, and come spring, whatever is able to be planted, I'll do it. Just to experiment and try.
Yeah, just to do it.
There's a lot. There's like 50 pounds of potatoes, maybe almost 70.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I bought them from a farmer that was ending for the summer, before the winter, and I bought them thinking they would last down in the basement. Well, they're already started to sprout.
Oh, wow.
So there went that idea. At least now I know don't get 75 pounds of potatoes right at the end of the summer.
I wonder if gardener Josh would know what to do with them, like, putting them in pots or something so that they start sprouting now. I think Lake does that too.
Well, they are sprouting, but they're tiny sprouts. So I think I got a couple more, at least another month or 2 before they really start sprouting and getting soft, So hopefully they can hold out until I get them planted in the spring. We'll see. We'll see.
Good. Oh, one's like 80 pounds of potatoes. Oh,
Then if you plant that many, then you got the same problem when you harvest them again.
I know, right?
In your basement, except you've got twice as many.
Oh, that's true.
Man, when you plant them, that'd be good because they'll make more, right?
Oh yeah, they will. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I like the red ones, and I didn't buy any red ones. He didn't have red ones, so I like the red Norlands. I did those over the summer, and those were really good. But I'm learning a lot because you saw the mess I went through last year with all the containers and all the buckets, and then I went through the planting boxes, and so this year we're starting out smart, and we're just going to do the greenhouse and the planter boxes that he already built, and that's it. I'm not doing 80 tomato plants and freaking 70 cantaloupes and watermelons and all these things that didn't end up even really taking too much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do like maybe 8 tomato plants and 4 watermelons, and I'm going to scale it because that was a lot of work, especially if you start them on the grow shelves in the house and then you have to bring them outside to get acclimated, to be put outside every day. That was a lot of moving plants back and forth,
It's too much.
So now I'll put them in and I'm not going to start them early. Like I started them way too early last year. I had a jungle in my living room. So not this time.
Does it matter what kind of soil? I mean, what soil do you use when it's
this past year that I just used regular garden soil, and then it was Miracle Grow, and I used Pro Mix that I got at Walmart, and Miracle Grow, I think it was.
Yeah.
You already bought your dirt early, didn't you?
I did last year. I haven't got it this year.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
do that. To do potatoes this year.
Coast of Maine I used, which is really good too. I might go and get more of that. So we'll see. I just know I'm not doing it in the scale I did it before. Oh my gosh. My onions never took. I did all those onions and they never. I don't know how to do onions. I thought they were.
You could do lettuce in your thing.
Yep.
In your greenhouse.
Yep. I did do lettuce, but it bolted because I did it in the summer. It's not a hot weather.
Oh, it's a cooler weather one.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it early this time and do it in the greenhouse.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah.
We just did a lot of extra stuff we didn't need to do with all the pots and then moving them to the grow boxes and trying it a different way. This time I'm just sticking with right in the grow boxes and the greenhouse, and that's it. That's it. It's a lot of work on my body.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if I got a barrel, the barrel plants that you get and you put big plants in. I wonder if I could put a big one, because they make big ones,
Yeah.
big ones. And I'd like to do potatoes in that.
Yep. Got to have something high, because what you have to do is you got to put a layer of dirt or soil at the bottom, put a few potatoes in there, don't overcrowd them. That's what I made that mistake. I put too many in there. And then as the dark green leaves start sprouting, you put more soil over just the top of them, just a little bit. And you just keep doing that until you get to the top of the pot and you can't put no more soil in, and then you let it go.
Oh, okay.
That's the way it's supposed to be done, I guess. And that's the way I did it. And it worked out great.
So you put the layer on the bottom,
Yeah.
and then
Put
at some point,
potatoes.
yeah, a couple potatoes. Make sure they're how many
And
apart?
the sprout parts that come out of the potato have to go upward. You have to let them go up. So you got to lay that potato so the sprouts are going up.
Okay.
And then once you cover it with a little bit of dirt, maybe an inch. And then once those sprouts produce the leaves and come up and you see all these beautiful green leaves, then you put some more soil to cover to the top of those leaves, and you leave it not too much. And then as they keep growing, they're going to keep pushing through the soil because those leaves are really strong.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when you get to the very top of the container and you can't put no more soil, you just let it be. And then they'll stay green and then they'll turn yellow. And when they start to turn yellow, that means they're dying out, and you can pick them because they'll fall over dead,
Okay. I'm going to do that this year.
You don't want to water them 2 weeks before you are ready to pick them, because you don't want them, because the water makes them mush and rots out the potato. Yep. I learned that too. And Pinball said they love phosphorus, which is bone meal, I believe.
Bone meal?
Bone meal. Yep. Let me see. I wrote it down because potatoes really, really need phosphorus. So that is bone meal, I think.
Okay. I'm going to write that down too, because I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to do my own potatoes.
Onions need phosphorus. Bone meal. That's what it is. Onions.
I'm going to do potatoes, and I'm going to do tomatoes, but I'm going to do not a bunch, like 2 or 3 plants.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do potatoes and something, and I want to do bell peppers again.
Yep. I got a few green ones. Those were good.
Yeah.
My onions, I did onions from scratch, but they didn't amount to anything because I really don't know what I was doing. I think I was overwatering them, because you don't need to water them as bad as you do regular plants.
Yeah. So
I don't know a lot yet. I still don't.
On your potatoes, you just let the rain water them, or should you water them? Or
you let the rain water them, and I wouldn't overwater them. Let's just say,
okay.
Yeah, because I overwatered them sometimes, and you don't have to water them every day, I don't think. I'm still learning, honestly.
Yeah. We'll learn together.
Yeah, because I started way too early. I started like February. Nope, that was too soon for up here.
Well,
and you don't have the plastic on the greenhouse, so we have to wait for that to be put on.
Yeah, I like my tomatoes, so I like them, and the bell peppers and potatoes is what I'm going to do this coming up.
Yeah, I had a lot. I planted way too many, and they rotted out some of my tomatoes. And my whole goal was to grow a crap ton of Roma so I could freeze them and make sauce, and I never did it. So Chris brought a lot to work because I had worked myself so tired with all the different ways I was doing things and the amount of plants that I had no energy to actually do what I needed to when the stuff grew.
Yeah.
So I know now not to do that again. A
Yeah.
couple slicing tomatoes, for sandwiches, and because we love tomatoes cut up with our dinner.
Yep. Yep.
Cucumbers, I did well, but I did way better the year before. So, and I did grow a
Anyway,
lot.
I'm gonna do cucumbers. I'm gonna do some cucumbers.
I did some cucumbers. They died really early, but I found out that my parents and a lot of the gardeners were having that problem this year up here. They all died really early. So
The cucumbers.
peas came out good. I love peas. But those are cold. And I did radishes. Those came out good. But those were cool weather.
Hey, Sherry Leach, how you doing?
Oh yeah, Sherry, I know because I watched Bev do it. You cut little X's at the bottom, and the skin slide right off when you put them in water. And yeah, I just didn't have any room in my freezers, to be honest. And there was so many, hundreds of tomatoes that Chris brought to work several different times. Yeah. I'm going to scale it way back this year.
Yep.
Because I have a farm stand right up the road that I can get from and help support him,
Right.
So, and I don't like it. I don't like to garden as much as I thought I would. I think it's because I really worked myself silly.
Yeah, you had a pretty big thing going on over there.
Yep. Too much for this old body.
I know. My husband said, "Go out there and do this." I'm like, I did it, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, it's a lot of work.
Trying to get everything off there, and it was like a bunch.
Yeah, look at what Sandra Moody's saying. Yep, definitely do that. Yep, because you don't want any leaves touching the ground and water splattering up on them when you water because that causes disease. And I didn't stick with that. I did it in the beginning and then I kind of got, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Right.
Because I had so many plants and they were towering over each other because there's two kinds. There's the determinants, which stay like 4 feet tall. And then there's the indeterminants that can go 8 to 12 feet high. And that's what happened. They went so high that I had nothing to stake them up with. And they would tower over and it looked like a jungle. It was
that's what I had little things over them, but they got tall. Mine did.
Yep, the indeterminates get tall. They just keep growing and they don't stop unless you stop them. And I didn't stop them. I didn't like pinch off things and oh, it was a lot. It was like walking into a jungle. Yeah. So, well, we'll scale it back this year. Chris could handle being scaled back because I had that poor man working. I do have garlic in the ground this year. It's out there right now in the ground because it grows in the winter. So we'll see how well that does. Because my first round of garlic, I bought 90 something garlic things from a seed company. And I didn't remember that once you buy one, you peel them apart and each one has 5 or 6 on it. So I had over 100 different, almost 200 garlic cloves that I planted in containers. And up here, you can't do that. They have to go in the ground because of the frost. So none of my garlic made it. I did all that work and none of my garlic. Yep. So this year I bought 2 and I planted them in the ground in the fenced in area. So we'll see how those come out.
Yeah.
I had bought so much the last time that I ended up using some of them and I ended up dehydrating them and grounding them up into powder because I just got tired and didn't want to plant anymore. That's how many I got. You don't need that many, I realize, because each one has 5 or 6 on them that you plant. Yeah. I had like 100.
I'm gonna do 2 tomato plants. That's all. I'm not doing 3 or 4. I'm gonna do 2.
Yep.
I'm cutting mine back too. I'm gonna do.
Yep. I am too. I am
Two,
too.
oh, 2 tomatoes and some potato. I want to do potatoes and I want to do cucumbers and bell pepper. That's all I'm going to do.
Yep.
My husband, he planted some other peppers, and I'm like, why'd you even do that? You didn't even like them. You didn't even eat them.
Hmm.
He
I
did
did
do
a
a
watermelon. I did a couple watermelons. Those came out good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
My
I would do.
cantaloupe didn't though. My cantaloupe didn't grow at all. I mean, they grew, but they didn't grow. Something just it was a bad growing year for a lot of things around here, it seems like. So, but then again, I don't know much about the soil and what I'm supposed to add to it. So,
Bella,
hey, Bella.
Free Hanley, you on break now? What you doing? You yeah, you still shoveling out the snow, girl?
Ugh. I had snow on my driveway this morning. When I woke up, when that horn went off, there was snow coming down in big, puffy, freaking snowballs. And but it stopped and the sun's out and now my driveway's cleared again. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it got up to 25 degrees. But tomorrow they're saying Boston schools already shut down for tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
The extreme cold. And I got an email saying that it was going to be an emergency alert. We're looking at 12 degrees right now for tomorrow.
Welcome, Bella. Yeah, I'm waiting on the big snow. It'll probably do it one time where it snows like it did last year, like 10 inches.
Oh boy.
It's never snowed that much here since I've been, I mean, maybe when I was little, but last year we got that 10 inches.
My gosh. Yeah. If it's like extremely, extremely cold, I'm not even going out. The kids can stay home. Don't even care. What are they going to come do?
Yeah, I know, right?
Come get them just to go put them in. They can come pick them up if they like.
Yeah, I know. Go get them then.
I ain't doing
Yeah,
it.
they will.
Let them. Just call them when I wake up and say, oh, we weren't feeling well. So we're staying with all this going around. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then I'm going today. They woke up with sniffles.
Well, you just don't make any sense. You know, it's funny. They can close and they can do what they want to do when they want to do it, but the minute you don't send your kids to school, you know, you get a letter.
They're pushing everybody to not send their kids to school sick. So Sierra got up this morning and she was sneezing. So, you know, but she said it was because of the cat. So I was like, all right. And, but tomorrow morning they woke up with sniffles and I wasn't going to send them. Sorry, guys.
All right. That's what I'm saying.
Not
Send me
going out
another
there in
letter.
degree weather. Nope. Not happening.
Send us another letter about KK missing school. I'm going to made me mad.
You know, it's to be expected. What you're sending all these kids to school during a pandemic. What do you expect?
Exactly. That's what I said. You know, and I even told her, one person I talked to, I said, you know, yeah, she's missed what, 3 days. Okay, woohoo. So you're calling me because she didn't turn in her notes that when, you know, said she didn't turn in, but she told me she did turn in.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like I said, y'all are confusing. Y'all sit there, don't send your kids to school when they're sick, but you're getting mad because she stayed home 2 or 3 days or whatever it was, 3 or 4 or 5 days. I can't remember. Might have been 5 because 2 was when my mom was, you know, sick in the hospital, and then when she passed away, you know, she stayed home. So I don't know. They never did call me back. So
Because they know better than to harass you too much. Because they all want these schools open, you know.
yeah, it's like they kill me. So you want me to send her to school with a fever and a snotty nose, and
then you get in trouble for doing it.
You know, it's like, look.
Yeah.
Man, whatever. I don't really care if it's my kid, not your kid. You know what I mean? I do what I want to do with my kid when I want to do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's my child, or not really. It's Sarah's child, but I'm saying it's it's like I can do what I want to with my kid. If they stay home, they can stay home.
Yep. Yep. I had a brief moment this morning where I wanted to try to make a bread. It was very brief. It didn't. Very
Just
brief.
do it.
I'm gonna, but not
just
today.
do it. And I want to, man. I bet you'd be good.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll do a video, but it was a very brief moment because I have a whole loaf of bread sitting out there and a whole package of grinder rolls. Nobody's eating it, so I'll wait.
That's true. But then again, it's like you start thinking, oh, you got a need and all that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to let it rise.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of be lost up in it and like,
Yep.
I've never made bread, so
Me neither, really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's see, it's almost 1:30, so I got to pick up the kids in an hour. God, this day flew right by. I mean, I know I spent half of it asleep, but still flew right by.
I know, it always does.
Yep.
It always does. I don't know.
I got my dishwasher going. And that's all that's really in it is a couple plates and a lot of silverware. We used a lot of silverware, it seems like. And
I know. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
My husband, though, when he cooks, it's like he uses every silverware in the thing. And he's got a sink full of dishes when he cooks.
Yep.
It's like, can you not clean up as you go?
Nope, most of them don't.
It's like, man, you made a mess. Dad, you weren't on here. Saturday, we went to, went out to eat with my sister, a birthday party, or her friend's birthday party. Well, the place we went, it was in Mississippi. And it was a Mexican, I don't know, it was a fancy place anyway, wherever it was. And well, we go in there and it's packed to begin with. So I walk in, I saw them walk in, so I walk in and I'm standing, and then you see a commotion in the back corner of the restaurant, and it's some confrontation going on. I couldn't tell if it was, white people, couldn't tell if it was black and white or black, you know what I mean? Well, and then everybody was standing up on some chairs trying to watch them. And then I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this. I told my sister, I said, I'm going out to the truck. Call me when it's time, Well, right when I walked out to go back to the truck, they started swarming out the door, running out the door, and all these people. And somebody had a gun or a knife or something.
Oh, geez.
About 12 cop cars come to the restaurant.
Huh.
Yeah. 12 cop cars. I'm not kidding. So when I say 12, it was 12. And then you had a fire truck and an ambulance and the fire chief and the police chief or whoever. They all showed up at this restaurant. And nothing. I mean, they were fighting, but there wasn't no gunshots.
Oh boy.
You would have thought somebody was killed or something. I was like, dang. You couldn't get out of the place. They were closing. We had to go somewhere else. I was like, oh my gosh.
I remember you were all dressed up to go out too. I remember that.
Yeah. And it's like, This is why I stay home. It's
Exactly.
You can't go nowhere without havoc and crazy people.
Yep. Oh. I'm fighting this urge for French fries, people. I'm fighting it.
Yeah, Sharon, Williams, go ahead.
Yeah.
What you need advice from? We're not experts or nothing,
Oh
but
God, as of last night, I was a pothead, so you don't know if you want to listen to me.
Oh my God. That's funny. Oh.
Sharon, you do the opposite of what Lee does, and you'll be golden.
No, he knows a lot of good stuff. Mm.
Oh.
Go ahead, Sharon. What you need, girl? It was warm. It's weird because yesterday morning, okay, we woke up. It was storming. Then it was cloudy. Then it was real windy, and it was kind of warm. It was 60. And then as the day went by, it got colder and colder. Now it's cold again.
Sharon says, I live in a very small house and have a small storage building. I need to get rid of stuff. Sell it. Try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace or have a yard sale. That's what I did.
Yeah, have a yard sale
or you take some of these things that you've got and start using them or find other uses for them.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of stuff are you talking about?
Is it stuff you don't need, wouldn't need?
You know what we should do is maybe a couple live streams here and there and show stuff that we're looking to get rid of and how much we want for it. And people can, in the live stream, can say, or in the chat, can say, hey, I need that. I'll buy it. And then you can, do PayPal or whatever those other ones are.
Yeah. Because you can't trust it. Like, I'm scared to buy stuff off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it used to be a good way to do it. Now, not so much. I mean, I will only go if I meet somebody at like the police station.
Yeah. I mean, because they'll rip you off in a minute.
Yep. And I found that the police stations around here have put up designated parking spots for that, like a Facebook Marketplace meetup. So if you tell somebody, hey, I'm going to meet you at the police station in this town, and they say no, then you know they were shady.
Right, exactly.
Because they have cameras trained on those parking spots so that if something goes down,
Yeah. There's Josh.
Hey, Gardner Josh. Sandra Moody's right, too. If you have to ask yourself if you really need it. Like, I am bad with that. I have a lot of stuff downstairs. I saved all the kids' plastic takeout containers when I was getting their lunches from the school and their condiment containers, and I really haven't used those. And I kept platters from like when we did cookouts years ago and people brought like cookies on a platter. I have so many things downstairs and I don't even pull them out and use them. So I do have to go through that. I could free up a lot of bins now if I did that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because, well, like I've done that, I had a shower and then I kept the trays and.
Yep. I kept the one. Remember New Year's? I had those 3 containers of salad from Olive Garden. I washed out the frickin' plastic container and kept them in case I had a get together where I needed to make a bunch of salads. I could use those, but I didn't really need to because I have bowls, regular bowls. So I have a problem. I'm turning into my mother. My mother did
that. I know.
I know Chris thinks I'm crazy sometimes when I do this, and he just don't tell me anymore.
Well, my mom, this is the way my mom, she would, okay, my dad would have to go to the store every day because that's just my mom. She would just go. They don't go like we go. My husband's a he's kind of a prepper. He likes to buy things a month ahead, a month.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go to the store every day. We have it here, and that's for a month
Yeah.
or two. It just depends. Like we've built it up. So.
Yep.
But my mom, she was just the type. They would go get their dinner to make that day. And that was like every day. My dad would come home from work and he'd have to go to the store because that's just the way they did it. And it drives me crazy. I'd rather do going to the store once a month and not have to, maybe every now and then in between, but not all the time.
Especially for the heavy stuff like the cases of water and the laundry soap. And
yeah,
every time I go out, I'll get a few with my coupons and I'll stock it up. And I've kept up a nice stock that I don't have to go when I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of ideas you could do, Sharon. Like I said, but Sandra said if it doesn't something you're not going to use, get rid of it, bring it to the Goodwill. Ask family if they could use it or try to sell it.
Yeah.
I have to say, I did make some good money selling stuff in the past, but a lot of times now, the Facebook people wouldn't show up when they said they were going to. And, so it's a hit or miss on whether they actually are serious and they show up to buy it. And then you've gotten in the car and you've met somewhere and they're not even showing up. And so it got to be a lot of aggravation for me. And I didn't want people always coming to my house to see where I lived. And so I just started bringing things to Goodwill.
Yeah. No, because you often go, oh, I may need that later. Don't throw it away. Oh, don't throw it away. I need to go clean out my closet for real.
Yep.
I need to go through my clothes that I haven't worn. I need to do that, which I haven't. I think I'm going to do that this week. That's going to be on mine. I'll write it down.
Yeah.
My husband will be happy.
I have notes all over the place of things I was going to do, and they're still sitting here months later. Haven't done them. Actually, this is a new one I wrote. Oh, where did it go? Hold on.
Clean out closet.
New one, to do. There's my to-do list.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, here's my other ones that I had, piles and piles of lists that I just totally forgot about. Ugh. I get into these lists, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm getting organized. Nope.
That's right, Sharon.
Hey, Valerie.
Hey, Valerie McGinnis, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna clean out my closet.
I don't have one. My room's so small, I don't have a closet. I have half a Todd's with clothes I don't wear, but I don't get rid of in case I actually have to get dressed and go somewhere.
Yeah, no, I need to go through my closet. Maybe have a yard sale, but my husband.
I just put my winter boots away a couple of months ago, and now I got to go dig them out again. Crazy.
Yeah. My husband tends to procrastinate.
Me too. That's why I don't spend as much time on the live streams anymore. I do get a couple things done here and there. That's why I'm not sleeping. Slept the whole morning away. God. Oh.
No.
But I still made those cookies. I still made them because I was determined.
At least you made them.
Yep. It would have been so easy to order out tonight, but I knew I had that chicken I have to cook.
What you gonna fix with? You said potatoes and.
Yep. Cut up some potatoes and some corn.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Todd will eat the chicken and the potatoes and the corn. So it'll be a win-win. I think all the kids will eat everything. Yeah. I know, Bella. I got to get off here too and get going because I got to get my winter boots out so I can go pick up the kids.
Oh, yeah. You got to get the kids.
In about an hour, but still, I got to go dig out my winter boots. They're underneath a pile of blankets that I just threw at the end of my bed.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna bounce down out of here, but
All
I just
right,
wanted to
girl.
give you big hug and kiss, guys. Mwah.
Mwah.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
you.
Yes, I love you guys too. Everybody in chat, have a great day. I'm gonna keep you up listening.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna bebop
Girl.
around the house here.
Bebop, bebop, wee bop.
Bye.
Bye, girl. Oh, man. You going blind, Saturday dancer?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
I can't read chat or anything. I have my
I know.
first preliminary appointment with a surgeon, an eye surgeon, at the end of the month.
Yeah, I know.
And then I probably will have surgery sometime in February on my
So
eyes.
what are they gonna do?
Well, I had cataracts and they put in
Oh,
lenses and I still couldn't see. And then I had chronic dry eye, which is kind of an oxymoron. It's your eyes are really dry, but the message I guess your eye sends to your brain is that you need, you know, more moisture in your eyes, and then they just are like faucets and they won't turn off.
yeah.
And the fluid collects in your eyes and in the glands around your eyes and in the fatty tissues of your eyes, and I can't rub my eyes because I have the lenses in them. And so
Oh,
anyway, I went to my doctor and he did a whole bunch of picture tests. It was really weird. I've got to go in and surgically have the back of my lenses cleaned. I was like, what? I mean, it's
oh,
not.
good.
Yeah, I says, God, glasses were easier. All I had to do was spit on them and get a Kleenex, and things were great. Like, now to get your eyes cleaned, you can, if you've got lenses, you got to go to the,
Right.
surgeon and have them use lasers to clean them. So
Wow, that's crazy.
I know I thought I had astigmatism because that's what I had before. It was a really bad stigmatism, but he did all the tests and he said, no, it's not. It's the film that's grown over the back of my lenses. And I asked him, I said, what causes that? And he goes, oh, it only happens to 1 in a million. And I'm like, oh, great.
It's like,
I,
thank you.
yeah, I get to be that statistic. So,
It gets to be the million.
yeah,
1 in the million.
yeah. So they'll go in and they'll clean them, and then I probably will be able to see better. But they got to do something with the dry eye because the plugs don't work, and I'm on Restasis right now, and it's a halfway fix. It's a lot better than having them run all the time, because when you got all this tear water running down your face, and it makes your eyes itch, and your eyes itch and they get all gooey, and they go shut. They You're constantly having to wash your eyes, literally wash your eyes, or they're all crusty like a little kid with a runny nose. It's a
Yeah.
pain in the butt. So they're gonna go in and remove some of the glands out of my eyes that are below my eyes and above my eyes. And my doctor says, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's really painful and it takes a month to recover because you look like somebody smashed your face with a frying pan.
Oh, wow.
He says, because you're all black and blue from, I guess your eyes get black and blue when they do surgery on them. So
Yeah.
that means a month.
That's kind of scary.
Huh?
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I've never had my eyes operated on like that before, but I can't see. I haven't
Yeah.
been able to read anything. It's like I went over to chat and I tried to read that and I can't read that. Everything's just super, super blurry. And
Yeah.
he put me on some blue glasses for reading the internet and stuff, and that helps. It takes all all the brightness out of the screen, which really stresses my eyes out. If you spend a long time on the internet, like Shift Kicker does, I wonder if she has to wear, blue glasses to cut out the glare. I mean, it really cuts down on the glare, and it changes the color.
Well,
I didn't realize how much it changed the
yeah.
color till he gave me these glasses to wear.
I
And
need to go to the doctor. I need to go too because I've noticed my eyes, like, depends on, I have to wear these reading glasses and then they're bad for you. And but like I can't see, like, even when I go on some of these chats, I can't say hi because I can't see.
yeah,
And some I can tell who they are because and their names are easy to put in there to say hello. But sometimes I'll go, that person probably got upset with me because I didn't say hi back, or didn't say hi because I couldn't see to spell out the name.
yep, that happens to me too. Or I'm in chat and it moves so fast I can't read. So
Right.
I can't keep up with it, and I can't go back because it suddenly disappears, and it just gets very frustrating. It's really,
Yeah.
really, really frustrating. And I know I've been on the prayer-a-thon, and I can't take my um my turn reading the Bible or going up, and just even chatting is hard because all I can do is just talk. I can't read anything.
Right. Right.
So, somebody would have to tell me. It's easier for me to, when I'm on the prayathon, to just do my prayer, on my side, from chat. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll write my prayer out. Like I wrote a prayer out for 101 on Lake's channel.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did because
Oh.
I don't know how to get a hold of him, and
Right.
I
Yeah.
didn't leave it on his side. I didn't even think of that. I just responded to Lake when she said that he was really sick.
Yeah. We'll go
Does
put it on his.
does yeah, well, I could. I mean, I hope there's not a lot of misspelling. And then the predictive text takes over and puts a whole sentence in there that you didn't even mean to leave, that has nothing to do, the content has nothing to do with what you're writing about.
Yeah.
And I hate that. But
Yeah.
does anybody know what's wrong with him? Is he just got does he have the coof, or is he just sick?
I don't really know. I just know that he's been sick because he's hadn't been going live, and he, in his little, live stream upcoming event thing, he said that he usually does. It says, "I'm not going live tonight. I'm still sick. Please pray for me." That's all he says. I don't really know what he has,
Okay.
but it doesn't sound like it's a normal. You know what I mean? It could be the coof.
God, could be any of these flus that are going
We
around
know.
too.
You never know. Right?
We don't even know what we have anymore, because
No.
everything was the coof for what, 2 years. So now
Yeah.
we get the common flu or a bad cold, and we don't know what we've got. Is it like one of the 10 nefarious um uh rebound, what is it they call them, the uh from the coof, they call it the the
I can't do
offshoots.
it. Amicron.
Yeah, but they call it like the Planacron or something like that.
Oh.
It's like, they go back and they show where these words have been used, like, 9 years ago in some other kind of
Yeah, I've
context,
seen
and all
that.
of a sudden here we've got a variant and it's got that name. So
Yeah.
we've lived under this stress of not knowing, are we well? Are we sick? Are we making ourselves sick because we're worried sick? you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and it's hard to tell. For me,
Yeah.
there's just days where it's like man, it's hard to even be in my body. Maybe I should just go to sleep for the
Yeah,
day.
it's easy to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you don't want to go to the doctor because they want to, they want to stick something way up your nose and do a test on you that you stand there and argue with them that, it's already been proclaimed that none of that shit works. So, why are you still making us do it? Why are you still making us wear, fences on our face that don't work? And I have these
Right.
conversations with my doctor all the time. And
Mm,
you can tell by the look on their faces, they're just going along so they can keep their job.
yeah. Well, what was it? When I always okay, I get sick maybe 2 times a year. Okay, and that's when it changes. The seasons change. You
Yeah.
know, and I get cough. I get croupy. I get snotty. I can't breathe out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I already knew the woman. I went to the Baptist Minor Emergency over here or whatever, and I already knew it was just everything. I get it every year, and she insisted. She's like, "Well, your oxygen, it wasn't that bad. It was like 91." And she's like, "I don't like your oxygen numbers, and I feel like we need to do a test, the CV test." And I said, "No, I don't have that. I have my normal stuff I'm getting every year." And yeah, she wanted to test me just because, but I was like, I don't know, it's ridiculous. And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, you just want to test so you can get the money for it,
Yep. I
in
don't
my opinion.
I don't let them test me. I know what I've got. I've got my regular sinus infection because I have allergies, and when the weather
Mm-hmm.
changes, I'm guaranteed to get a sinus infection because it goes right straight from allergies to sinus infection. And I've had it so long that, you know, it's like this living thing that's in my body that I'm very familiar with. And
Yeah.
I get the croup too. I can tell when I'm getting the croup because you get a lot of real tightness in your chest and
Oh, yeah. I
and
have to have
your
those,
cough changes and you
what
sound like
do
a
you call them?
barking dog.
Yeah, I have to have those, things you do your mouth. What do you call them?
Nebulizer?
Yeah, nebulizer. I had to do that. And I do it when I get sick every twice a year when I do get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, be charming. But I have to have the nebulizer, and then I have to have. Usually, they'll put me on uh prednisone
Mm-hmm.
when it's. Seemed like they gave me that last time. I don't know, but yeah, I was just like, you just want the money for that test is all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They probably have so many. You do so many tests, and you get so much money.
Well, they've worn it out for me. I'm worn out. I'm
Yeah, no, it's
you
like
know, I'm over it. I'm
it's
just
so it's ridiculous. They want to change things, and uh, I don't. I quit wearing a mask, and thank goodness Tennessee's finally waking up.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not.
don't we don't have to wear a mask here, but they're a big jab state. Everybody's had, the jab and the four
Mhm.
boosters, and they'll go along with four more if that's what it takes, or what it
Yeah,
says. I mean, they were told to do it by the church here, and so they all did it, and it's like, well, okay. And
hmm
I don't pay much attention, but when I go out, I'm surprised how many people are in the stores with masks. I had to go pick a prescription
yeah,
up yesterday, and it made me so sad because I picked up a few groceries and I was putting them in my car, and the lady next to me was putting her groceries in her car, and she had her baby in the cart in one of those baby carriers, and she opened the umbrella part of it because her baby was covered up, and with this umbrella kind of like type thing. I never seen anything like it, but Anyway, she opens this umbrella. She's got this infant. I mean, a tiny baby. And she has a mask on the baby.
What?
Mm-hmm. She didn't have a mask on,
That's so
but she
stupid.
had a mask on her baby. That baby couldn't have been more than 4 months old at the
Oh my
very
gosh.
most.
You're gonna smother it.
I'm just like, you've got to be kidding. And I have not heard of a case of a baby or an infant having the CV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't heard it. So you can just see that fear runs everybody, and it still is. It's still, the fear is still running rampant.
They're still okay. I went to with my sister. I was telling you, we went with my sister Saturday, and there's people wearing masks still. I'm like, get a grip. Why are you wearing a mask still? And I mean, and what I did never get was when you went out to eat and you have to wear the mask inside the restaurant, but when you get to the table, you can take it off. That
Yeah.
does not make any sense whatsoever. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope. And then as soon as you stand up, you got to put it back on. It's a really peculiar disease we got out there that mutates. And, it's okay if you're sitting down, you won't get it. But the minute you stand up, you will, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand some people, you do want to protect yourself, but I wasn't protecting myself before, and I mean, I just I don't get it. I don't understand how you can go out to eat like we were talking about. You can go and take it off, but then it just doesn't make any sense. So it's, I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Well, if it doesn't work, it's stupid. If it works, then it makes sense that you should do it. But they've proven that it doesn't work because they have not isolated this COVID at all, and they can't determine that COVID from any other COVID or the
Yeah,
flu
that's what I'm
or the
saying.
common
Yeah,
cold.
I mean, they made it a big deal because that was the agenda. They were wanting to freak people out. I mean, but like I said before, you don't go around wearing masks before when there was just the flu.
Well, I think it's because this disease is politicized. It's political.
Right.
It's not just you know
I mean,
um
back in the day, they
a
didn't wear masks. I mean, which they didn't have them, but I'm talking about, back in the old days where,
right.
if you got sick, well, I mean, you get sick.
But
I mean,
it wasn't political back then. It's political
right,
now.
right.
It's very political. And
Yeah.
it's political all over the world. That's why you
It's
see like this,
nerve-wracking.
what is it? They it's gone so political that it's gone into the shortages. It's gone into the plan. It's gone
Yeah,
into that
their agenda. Their
that
agenda.
that big plan that they have. And you can just see it all over the world. And
You know,
I don't know
I
how
try
other
to talk to
people.
my friends about that. Well, my old friends that I grew up with in um, um, high school, junior high school, whatever. And of course, I tried to tell them about this, and I wonder how they feel about it now. But used to tell me, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that." So it's like I wonder if they still, I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's like because yeah, all right. Because I try to tell them, they have an agenda and this and that, and they were like, "I don't want to hear none of that." It's like, okay, yeah, I don't either. Riding in the car with the mask on, that's crazy. Chris says, I still don't understand the riding in a car alone with the mask on. People do it. Hey, Guardian
Yeah.
Prepping.
Yeah, they do. I see people wearing masks in their cars and riding their bikes, and a lot of kids walking down the street wearing them. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, like I said, I'm not. You wear a mask, you wear a mask, but I'm not. I wasn't wearing one before, and I'm not going to start wearing one. I mean, I do when you have to go to the store and they require you to. Well, they used to. Not anymore, but not here anyway. What? No, I can't read what that says. Grandma Merkel. Yeah, I went to. Where did I go? No, I went to the post office one day, and I didn't have a mask. Okay, so I'm okay. A cloth mask. Even if you do this, it's the same thing. You
Yeah.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do this, and it's the same dang thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You have to have a mask on." I was like, huh, "Well, y'all need to whatever. That's stupid. I mean, this is the same thing as a mask. If that's what it's doing, it's not protecting you that well. You're still gonna get little particles going in there.
Yeah.
If whatever. I mean, I'm just saying.
I got to wear, where you had to do where you did have to wear a mask. I have this thing that I ride motorcycles,
Yeah.
and it fits around your neck, and then it comes up over your face and your nose and everything to protect your face. And then you usually have a helmet on, but it really helps keep the wind off your face. So I just put that around my neck. And when they would require, like when I go to the clinic and the doctor and you have to wear a mask, I just pull that thing up and put it over my nose and my mouth. And what it is you can't see the holes that are in it so that you can breathe. You can't see them at all. They're completely covered. So
Yeah.
they can't see what I'm doing anyway. So it makes them feel better. That's all it does is it makes them feel better. And I think I was reading in here where Grandma Merkel said, it's um indoctrination, and
Indoctrination.
that's
I couldn't say what she said.
yeah,
Indoctrination.
that's exactly what it is. You know,
Well, be charming. At least you get to come home tomorrow. I bet you hate leaving though. Be charming still in Alaska. That's right, Grandma Markle. Me too. I'm not going to live in fear of anything like that. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, a lot of people are sick, but
they don't know what they've got.
yeah,
Nobody knows what they've got, and there's no way to
you
find.
know, and it
I think
affects.
it's just the common cold has come back and the flu has come back.
Yeah,
And
it's just really crazy because there's so many. And it affects people differently.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't affect one person the same. It is doing different things, but but if you've got the then who knows? You know, it's
Um,
like
yeah, I've just never in all my years seen, you know, a a disease demand worldwide that you get some sort of inoculation for it, and then you have to get a um, secondary and a third and a fourth. And, if they're going to do that, then they need to admit that this is some sort of a bioweapon disease, not a regular disease. It's a bioweapon, but
well,
they won't do that either.
yeah, it's weird too because um, shoot, what was I gonna say? Dang it, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I just
Oh no, I
uh,
said bioweapon. Were you thinking anything along that line?
yeah,
They
I
need
don't
to
know.
they need to proclaim what it is because it's worldwide, and it
Yes,
people are rioting. They're rioting in the streets and saying enough.
Oh, well, it seems like, okay, it really is. Like the other day that I watched a video, I can't remember what it was on, and they were talking about this man planted two pipe bombs somewhere. Well, they got the man on camera, but he's got the hoodie on. He's got the hoodie on, right? And it comes about here. And then you got a mask on. And then you're only seeing this. And you really can't really tell. And it's like, okay, but this thing too is helping these criminals do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it is.
So smashing in those all these malls and fancy expensive places, and they'll smash and grab, Guess what? They've got the hoodies on and the mask on, so you can't tell who they are.
Well, and there's a thinking out there too. There's a mental process. It's like my friend, she keeps returning to California because her daughter's down there and her grandkids are there. And they come back to where I live for, I don't know, a week or so, and then they head back down there for a good month or more. And she said that you can go to a CVS or any of these drugstores, and these people walk in with shopping bags or garbage bags, and they just start loading them up with crap off the shelves, stuff that they want. And that they're creating a black market. It's not that they need it. They're taking it out and they're selling it. And their attitude in California is, well, they must really need it if they've got to take it. And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. And I don't even understand that. I don't even understand it at all.
That also goes, you're having people steal that stuff. Well, guess what, people? When you steal all that stuff, guess what? Prices go up. And that means it's inflation, and you can't afford nothing because people are stealing it left and right. And whatever.
And if you want it, you got to make sure that you're there before they steal it so that you can get it. So thankfully, I know what it is that I take for, my ailments, because I'm very familiar with them. And in the summer, I stocked up on, the stuff that I use. And I don't have to worry about it now. I don't have to go to the store, and I don't have to look at the bare shelves, and I don't have to, be told that.
But, that's just certain. I feel like that's in certain places and certain stores, because I mean, maybe it just hadn't happened here yet, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. But Walmart seems to be the bigger store that seems to be having empty shelves. Out of all the stores, because grocery stores around here, like regular grocery stores, not Walmart. I'm talking about like Kroger, or we have a Super Low, which is a family-owned little place, a little grocery store, and they're full. That don't mean the prices aren't, the prices are going up, but
I was gonna say, how expensive are they?
Yeah, I mean, Kroger's high anyway, but they have their deals sometimes, 10 for 10, or but that's the other thing, the next the prices will be so high, it's going to be hard to buy anything, and it already is on meats and stuff.
Yeah, I was I'm glad I started doing the egg thing, freezing the eggs quite a while ago. I got a bunch in the freezer, and when I went to Target, they only had a few eggs, and there was no price. There was no you couldn't tell how much they cost. Come on. Trying to get my dog to go outside. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just reading chat, reading what Lee put. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
It's like, it's a mess. Tired of the mess.
Yeah, man. It's like, I don't get it. And I don't get how we are not furious. I don't get how we're not at that Capitol or White House, which I can't go really physically and I can't be there, but it's just like I can't believe people are not mad and want that man out of office.
I can't believe that we have
And
that we're a captured country, and that we have a criminal as a president. He's a criminal.
big time.
Yeah.
Liar, big time. Ooh, I just don't understand how they're not. I just don't understand. I don't understand how he's still president. I don't get it.
I don't either. That's why I've never lived to see anything like this. But then again, I never knew how corrupt our nation was either. I mean, I knew it was corrupt, but I didn't know that it was this corrupt, and I didn't know that the whole world was this corrupt either.
Yeah.
So I guess what they're doing in a sense and getting them all out, that makes sense. And I guess we all need to see it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But all the people dying to me doesn't make sense. The food shortages don't make sense. The fact that we've relied on China for everything doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes me mad. But I saw that coming years ago when all of our industries were leaving the country. And then I started noticing that everything I got was made out of the country, out of the U.S. And we sent a
Yeah.
lot of our stuff overseas. Send all
Yeah.
of our textiles and stuff overseas. We might grow the cotton here, but we send it to like India and have them process it, and then it comes back and it sits on the dock. And when you get your material, it smells because
Right.
it's been sitting in the humid, either the docks or the ships or wherever it was made. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
mess.
it's nuts. I mean, everything's just I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff. It's crazy stuff. Like, too, I seen something on, I don't know, one of them channels, and it was talking about, uh, there's a place in Washington, and you can go in, and it's like a museum, and they have all the presidents of the past and the future. Well, not future, but the past, and then the last president on the board is Trump, President Trump. And it's got 2017 and it's got a dash. And then it's supposed to have the year he left. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That date's not on there. All right. And then
Correct.
Potato Head picture is not even on there with the
Nope.
date he started to be whatever, so called whatever he is. So that's all in question too. So
That's why I said I think we're a captured country right now, and we have, you know, um, it's a coup. It's a coup d'état.
yeah.
You know, our country's been taken over by the mob, the mafia, and there's enough evidence out there to prove that Biden and his whole dang family are a bunch of criminals, and so is every Pelosi, and everyone else is a criminal.
Yep.
And I guess they are doing something about it. I mean, we are seeing that other people they're not going to run again. A lot of people have disappeared. You don't see them anymore. And it's
Yep.
like, when was the last time that we really saw, God, what I'm trying to think, the vice president? When was the last time that we saw him? I mean, really saw him.
Oh, you talking about Pence?
Yeah. When was the last time we really saw the real Pence?
I know. Yeah, I can't say I've seen him, but you
No,
don't ever, you don't know, there's a lot of people that you, I don't know. It's like what happened to old Shifty, little punk. I can't stand that little bug-eyed little pencil neck boy.
I know.
Back when Trump was, they were doing all that crap for, against Trump. But
Well, I
I
just
mean,
think they're afraid of him. The biggest the biggest 2 years of peace that we had, and it looked like it was going to, you know, perhaps change around in the world, was when he went around and did his thing and went to every single country and talked to every single leader and
right,
plopped down all the evidence, including the Vatican and the Queen, and plopped down all this evidence of them being,
right.
corrupt and causing pain and unnecessary, do this and that, and put them all in their place. And that was when I learned, and I did not know. Well, I sort of knew, but sort of didn't, because I had gone back to Virginia and had someone that I didn't even know standing next to me at oh a site, one of those historical sites where they had the Civil War, and someone said something really odd to me that I'd never heard before, and they had said, there's still a part of Britain here in the United States. And I said, really? And they said, yep, and it's sovereign, and it doesn't really belong in this country, and we pay for it. So it was kind of a mixed message, and what that person was saying was, it's Washington, D.C., and it's sovereign country to the Brits, and we still pay taxes. And that's what the person was telling me, and we pay for it, you know, and
All
we,
right, everybody. Hey, bye, Lee. Okay. Have a good afternoon.
oh, you can read chat. I'm envious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. Some words, I'm like, I have to really focus. These glasses aren't very strong, so
Well, at least you can read it. But anyway, when I found out that we were still paying taxes to England, I about crap my pants. I just went, you got to be kidding. We're still paying, just like Canada, taxes to the Queen.
really, still.
Well, Trump stopped that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That was one of the things that he did when he went over there and dissed the Queen and said, no more, no more. The Civil War's been fought, it's done, it's over. And you
Yeah, I know
know
somebody.
it's been this, whatever they call themselves, the cabal or deep state, or you know I just call them crooks, you know that have been running this country for years and years and making deals.
Mm-hmm.
He put it
Making
to
money, getting
a
rich,
stop.
getting richer every day, more and more.
Yeah. And I think if he had been able to stay in office, I think that we would see all of these people being arrested by now. We would be seeing the truth about him. But um, he had too many people around him, too many rhinos like Pence. We'll just use him. We'll
Yeah.
just start with him. There were too many people like him around him, and
Mm-hmm.
so he could not do what he needed to do in this country because there were too many rotten people.
Yep. Yep. Well, whatever happens, I hope. I'm hoping I still have faith and that something will
Pop.
turn around. I keep on thinking that.
Yep, I do too. I just keep holding on to, you know, where's the breaking point going to be for us as Americans? Is it going to be the 800,000 people in New York that have just been legally met, they
Mm-hmm.
passed a law in New York that 800,000 illegal people can vote in the next election. No, that needs to go to the Supreme Court, because no, that's against the laws of the land.
Right,
So
right.
no, they cannot do that.
And everybody should get what is that? The Constitution. Everybody should read it, and everybody should have knowledge on it, because we really wasn't taught that in school.
We weren't taught the real Constitution. That's why
Right.
when people ask me, "Are you Republican or Democrat?" I said, "I'm a constitutionalist. I want to go back to the original Constitution that they made up for this country, that we are sovereign people, that taxes are illegal, and that we are not, slave to the government. The government is here to protect us, the
Mm-hmm.
people, and we decide how big and how um, involved. We decide what our government's going to do for us as people. Not our government deciding what we're going to do for them."
Yep, Chris Hyatt, me too. She says, when the Supreme Court speaks soon, then I will know if there's hope here. And
Yeah.
then I'm still depending on my Savior above all. Yeah, because I've heard different things on it. I've heard that the girl, what was her name? The girl judge that Trump
Oh, yeah.
Amy, whatever her name
Amy,
was,
yeah.
Barrett. I heard that she was talking good stuff, good things about not making that a big, mandate's not necessary and all that. And I've got a couple of other judges that they've said, whatever they said, but how that's the truth.
Well, you don't know why Trump put her in there. We really don't know. We don't know if
Yeah.
she's friend or foe. We
Right.
don't know if he put her in there so he could watch her because it's a lifetime assignment, or did he put her in there to actually do what the
Yeah.
Supreme Court's supposed to do.
Right.
So, because her mentor was part of the deep state. So we have not known what side is she on.
Right.
And then she has the two children that are from Africa, which seems to be a big signal for, the people that have done it, have been
Right.
involved in the deep state. Like, I can't even keep people's names straight anymore.
Right. I know so
The,
many.
the other Supreme Court judge.
LHS. LHS. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I still have faith that something's going to be turned around and it'll all be okay. It's take a minute, but I think it'll all work out in the end. I'm not really fearful of anything. I'm kind of calm with it. I mean, I just pray about it every day, and I don't get really feared about anything because I know who's. I know we go through different things in life, and we all, I'm not mad at God for that because I've lost a lot of people this year. It's just crazy. But then I realized that that's life. That's just a part of it. But
Well, I'm not really afraid of it, but I think that, we Americans, like, Grandma Merkel says, stop expecting someone else to fix it. We need to get
exactly,
involved.
that's it.
We do. We absolutely do. And I can't tell you how many, um, you know, city council meetings I've been thrown out of because they don't like what it is that I have to say. But everything that I've said when I've gotten up there to say it, and they don't like to hear it, and they end up throwing me out, telling me that I'm out of line, has come true. Every bit of it has come true. They've brought so much business into where I live, and the infrastructure is not built for this kind of business. And we just won a fight with the city council to not have a hotel built 3 stories high in our backyard in a lot that they can't sell to a regular business. And
Mm-hmm.
so they decided to put a hotel back there. Well, nobody in our whole county up and down the Wasatch Front has a hotel in their backyard. No one.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be the first, and we don't want it. We do not want a hotel in our backyard.
Right.
It's bad enough that the land that they used was originally supposed to be for homes, and then they changed it to business, and then they changed what type of business. And it's like one of the guys got up and he said, "We've been lied to year after year after year after year." And he said, "And we're tired of it." And he said, "And at some point we should have a say so without you coming back and telling us that what you say is not written in stone and you can change it when we're not looking." So
Right.
we won that battle. But you got to get involved, and you got to get involved right at the bottom level. And I don't have children in school, but I went down to one of the school board meetings, and I asked them, I said, I'd like to know what the curriculum is from 1 through 6th grade here, because I'm very concerned about what they're teaching the children, because they're going to be the future leaders here in another 6, 7, 8 years. They're going to be the leaders, but they're being trained now.
Right.
So what are you training them to be, and what are you teaching them? I'd like to see a curriculum. And they asked me, they said, "Well, do you have children in school?" And I just said, I have grandchildren and great grandchildren in school. And I said, "And that is a concern of mine. I pay taxes here, and I need to know. I have a right to know what it
Right.
is that the school
Yeah.
system is doing. If I have to pay for it, I want to know what it is."
Right.
So,
Exactly. And they should be doing that anyway, but they don't.
so we got to start standing up and using our voices and saying, we want to be involved. We want to be involved. We have a right to say no if we don't like something. We have a right to change things if they don't fit, um, you know, what we want for our future in this country. We need to have a say so about what's in our libraries. We need to have a say so about it all.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I just, I've never seen anything like this either. Which, I'll be 50 in next week, but I've never seen anything like this before, ever. It's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't either, and I'm old enough that I could be your mother, so you know I haven't seen this in all of my years, and I've been through a few wars now, and still not seen this. Still not seen this. Never seen our military split either, and I was born military. I'm married military, but in the military a long time. I've never seen what's going on now.
Right. Well, too, whoever which you want to sit there and say we have to research who's running, but with all the corrupt cheating going on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, that's what's hard. I mean, yeah, we can research and we can go vote, but it's kind of scary now that this past year, you know, that they were allowed to get away with it, and that's my thing. Uh, I want that. I want that corrected. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, I just can't believe
But you look
it's
at the
just.
trouble that they've got in Georgia, and they can put a subpoena out, and they can't get the records. They can't get the voting
See,
records.
yeah,
They
that's
can't
just
even
crazy.
see what was done. So you can see how deep the corruption goes. And so
Right.
I guess that's what we all need to see. We all
Yeah.
need to see that, we have a right to that information, and if they're not giving it to us, then we need to confront them. And we need to confront them with our voices, and we need to be really loud, and we need to demand, what
Right.
what what it is that we have a right to, instead of just, I don't know, I guess we've been lackadaisical, and we've given them too much freedom.
Yep.
Way too much freedom. Congress even has a right to give themselves raises when they feel fit. No, we should be able to say, no, we don't agree with that. But we've just let it, as a country, we've just let it get out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't, we should be the ones to say if they get a pay raise, not them. And for them bills that they put in those big stacks of paper that they send over, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then you hear bits and pieces of the news, and I'm not really sure how to put it together. It's like they go back and they talk about Obama and how he sent over, these pallets with stacks and stacks of money.
Yeah.
Well, what was it for? Why?
Right.
What was that money for? I mean, it can't just simply be hush money. And if it is hush money, what are they hushing up about?
Yeah.
I mean, are we just being shushed as a country?
Yeah. Well, I think we should have term limits. I don't think that you should get to serve more than 2 or 3 years, and it should be somebody new every election turnaround year. You shouldn't be allowed to stay more than 3 years. Period. That's it. After you do your 3 years, bye-bye.
Well, and in that 3 years, you need to do your job.
Right. And do your job. Yeah. So, for all these Pelosi and all them old people that are 100 years old in there, they need to go. Bye. It's time to go. You haven't done nothing. You've done nothing but cause worse and worse things to happen. Well, guess what? It's time for you to go.
Yeah.
Including the old potato head who's been around forever. And he ain't done jack nothing. He's just tearing everything apart.
I was listening to the Supreme Court talk, and somebody in the chat, I did read that one of the reasons that we couldn't understand the word salad of their language was because they were talking in maritime law language, and that's why we couldn't understand it. Ooh, is that me?
No, it's me. My phone's vibrating. My daughter's calling me.
Oh. But that's why we couldn't understand it, was because it was in maritime language, law language. And I thought, well, that's another thing we need to get rid of.
Yeah. Well,
that's why I said we need to go back to our original constitution, and that is not maritime law.
That's right.
And we are free. I think my whole thing is, okay, how do I as an individual contribute to that? What can I do? And then I have to look at what am I capable of doing.
Well, nobody should be getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for not doing nothing. It needs to be ceased, and that's it. Stopped. Period. Where was it? If all those old people in leadership were, that's right. All these politicians that have been there for 30, 40, 50 years. No, it's time to go. It's time for you to go. And if you got paid under the table for something, guess what? Then you need to go to jail. I mean, come on with it. Arrest the folks, put them in jail if they taking money from anybody. Bought out politicians, cheating politicians. They all need to go. You got kicked off, girl? Hold on. Hold on, Shadow. Yep, they all cover for each other. Yep, I think it should be 2 to 3 year limit, and that's it. And then you guess what? You don't let the door hit your butt on the way out. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Shadow. I put the link back in there. If you want to try to come back up, I'm sorry. If you don't, I'm gonna have to get off here anyway. I gotta do some stuff around here. Some bullshit. It's some bullshit out there. That's right, some bullshit. Well, I know I'm fed up with it. I want term limits. I want the old people that have been there for years and years and years to be gone because they haven't done nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I've been on 3 hours. Pepper, you still here? Yep. 3 hours and 26 minutes already. That was fast. Anyway. All right, y'all. Guess I'm gonna get off here and do something. I gotta do the dishes over there. A few little dishes I didn't do, but I've enjoyed talking with everybody, and I know I'm glad you got to see this one, Susie D. Yeah. Let me get up in there. Sit your tail down. Let me hear we the people. We the people is what it should be. Time for we the people to kick them out their hind ends over there. All right. Thank you for coming in, Ellis. LHS. Glad to see everybody. Susan. Who are you talking to, Susan? Yeah, you better start packing. You're going to be leaving. Come back home. Some of her sizzling. I ain't even got nothing on anybody. There's something over going like something boiling. All right. I love y'all, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. I'm glad you got to check in with me, Valerie McGinnis. I'm glad you came in. Everybody, as usual, love y'all. Thank y'all for being supportive. Thank y'all for coming and watching and listening. But anyway, I will see y'all around. I love y'all. Have a good afternoon. See you later. Mwah. Y'all have a good afternoon. Bye.